2, 1. What's good, Council of Comics? We're back for Willow, episodes 5 and 6. Let's go.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life.
Oh, 5 and 6?
We didn't do
Yeah.
5.
We didn't do
We
5.
had to go to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So 5 and 6.
Someone spending time with family is more important than Willow.
We really should have just done a live episode to cover Willow 5.
All right, so Cliff, you know you're in charge of this.
Am I?
You're the story man, and we follow along with
All
it.
right. So in episode 5, we find out that the villain from the movie, the warrior dude, not the crone, that he had offspring, and that this place in the is the Wildwoods, right?
Yeah,
so this place in the Wildwoods, like they're led by this other freckled chick who turns out to be Jade's sister because she fights with Jade and looks at the back of her neck. Scorpia, there we go. And they have the same symbol. She's like, yo, this is your dad. And like, oh, that girl that you're running around with? Like, yeah, her dad killed our dad. So, haha. So, of course, they end up, Elora Danon steals the wand, and that helps her escape a little bit. But then they just end up kind of recaptured again, except now that they know the truth about Jade, they decide not to fight with anybody. Scorpia is also lovers with Borman. Yes. And she's just like, how did you survive the mountain? And he's like, I fought my way out. But then, like, we get flashes of him just hiding the whole time until he was finally out.
Buckets of doo-doo.
Yeah, whatever it took to survive. Except for fighting.
He was coming back to her.
Yeah, and he was coming back to her, but he was heavily distracted. And captured by, what's her name? By his queen. The other queen. Sorsha. Yeah. All right, sorry. So anyhow, it's episode 6 where he ends up telling her more of the truth. But you know, so like they have like this thing, and then they have a festival to celebrate, and
it's like
a
music festival in the woods.
Yes, with a little bit of drinking, a little bit of drugging, because what's the thing that they eat that looks normally? They eat like
some kind of something.
Truth plums. It looks like passion fruit, but it turns out to be truth plums, so they're very truthful.
Yes.
Which, of course, does not go well for Princess Kit.
Or Willow.
It goes it goes badly for Willow. I think it goes worse for Princess Kit. Yeah. But maybe it's because I think she's a major bloop. So
I'm telling you, she's gonna be important in the end.
I don't care how important she is. I still hate her. Not one episode. You
have to think just care whether she's important because she's integral to the plot, and you take her out, then we don't have a story.
If we take her out, I could just invent something else that happened rather than this bloop running around with us.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my thoughts around why I hate her and plot integrity. So anyhow,
what were you gonna say?
What was the? Because there was a song like at the beginning of episode 5, they were being chased by like trolls or something.
That
right?
took me out of it a little bit.
At the very beginning, it was like a little bit campy. And then they had like a song going on there.
And then there was a song during when they're all tripped out too. That was like
Crimson and Clover when they were all tripped out,
which is like cliched, but I was like, all right, if that's what
we're
doing.
And the two.
I'm glad I'm not a music aficionado, so it very rarely bothers me.
No, but there was something at the beginning too. But like right at the beginning, that first like beginning part was like it was a little bit like campy and a little bit light. And like right after that part, I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this show like a little bit lighter now. Like, and it's like a light. It's a very like.
But then
light
it got darker.
But then it got darker. But wait, okay, the Kit thing. Kit, after she says too much truth to Jade and upsets her, has a little talk with Elora Danon, and Elora Danon's like, come on, the truth plums are working. Just go and tell her how you really feel. She tells her how she really feels. It's like really kind of romantic. And then, boom, she's kidnapped and Willow's kidnapped, and they're all running for them.
And Prince Drayden, we find out, is in love with Elora Danon, but doesn't know how to tell her.
Oh, yeah, he's more clear about that now.
She's feeling him, too.
Yeah.
She's feeling him, too.
I would
love the one you're with.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm down for both princes. And
And then they realize at the end that it's trolls.
Yeah.
Right, which we of course get a clear picture of in the next episode.
And I love them. I think they're great.
I also thought that they were great. I did not mind this this modern take on the troll.
I love how only the one is really smart though. I mean, they're all
Like the leader is like smart and sophisticated.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So episode 6 starts off with them being
They're in the cages.
they're
Yeah.
captured,
And there's another guy in the cage next to him who starts telling them.
and we meet the sophisticated trolls.
Yes.
Which threw me off a little bit.
Well, their
gotta
leader
admit.
is very
Totally,
sophisticated,
yeah.
and the rest of them are semi-sophisticated. You know, like they're not like they're not a bunch of dumb trolls walking
They're not-
around
yeah,
scratching their
They're not
butts.
smart, but they're not what the typical typical troll you see. And the leader is very frustrated because he wants them all to be more sophisticated than they are. He's because they keep doing dumb stuff. He's like,
And
we're smarter than this.
Right. He's like, we're smarter than this.
Yeah.
Come on. What I also think is cute is they're like, okay, if you're like so civilized, why would you work for the crone? It's like maybe because the crone doesn't treat us like disposable garbage.
Yeah, that's true.
So I do like the way they throughout the series they're able to give you points of view even from your enemies. Scorpia goes with them. Scorpia sees nothing but enslavement from head to floor, ceiling to floor. And the place is huge, right? Like super huge, like Supermax prison huge,
And
right?
she kind of knew what they were doing, but she didn't think it was on that level.
Right, like this
Well,
was like a terrifying
Borman,
level.
It says, it's what is it? What's the exact words he says? It's beautiful in its simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's also horrifying because it's just mass enslavement. So of course Scorpia's like, well, I know what I have to do. I have to free people left and right. That's my job here. Which she proceeds to do, right?
She attempts to. I don't think they all get out though.
No, but she gets a lot of people out, right?
Yeah.
Like when we see her next, she's got like her own little
Yeah.
like giant fleet of people. She's just
Right.
started cutting free and stuff.
But that's not the main thrust of the episode.
No,
The main
absolutely
thrust
not.
of
But
the
it does.
episode
But
is-
it does tell us what she's doing, right? Because she went with them.
Yeah.
So either
Yeah.
is she part of this or
Yeah.
I thought it was a good
I
reflection
think
that
she went with them because she's going with Borman more than she's going.
of
with
course,
them.
but I thought the fact that she saw slavery was like, I must end this, is a good reflection on her character, on who her character actually is, right? And like that her character has agency, unlike other times where we have all these side characters in other stories and they don't have agency. They're like, I'm here because I'm your best friend. I'm here because I made an oath. You know, like she's just like, I'm here because I love you. Oh, I see slavery. Sorry, champ. Gotta handle my business.
And then Kit and Jade.
Kit and Jade have a very little time in this episode together.
No, they meet the new
No,
guy.
it's Kit and
Algebra.
No, that's Kit and
Willow.
Willow.
Okay, Willow.
Meet
It
Allagash.
is Kit and Willow.
Yeah.
Allagash.
Allagash.
They meet Allagash, who's like, I'm Mad Mardigan. And they're like, okay, now that we're alone, we know you are not Mad Mardigan.
No, you're not.
You know? And he's like, oh, I'm Allagash. Borman betrayed us. He's like, come on. He seems like a big lying traitor. You know? In the meantime, like, Borman really has just helped them the whole time.
Right.
You know, even when
But
he's
there's
been a
still
little bit.
something off about the story.
Well, he's not telling them everything.
Because they kind of lead you into thinking Allagash is going to be turning bad, but he doesn't really.
Well,
No, but he does say to Borman, forgive me. So that means
Yeah.
when he and Borman are throwing accusations at each other, it means that Borman was the one in the right.
Well, Borman says no. He's the one that left us to die.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
And but
Not
still,
not that Borman's,
not that Borman's the
Borman
saint.
admits to leaving
But-
Mad Mardigan, too.
Yes.
right, but it sounds like he didn't want to, but had to. Whereas Allagash was like, as soon as was like the first rat off the ship.
Yeah. I thought he was played pretty well by
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater.
It's very Christian Slater.
It was very Christian Slater. But you know what? I felt like you needed that because it felt
It,
very.
yeah, it works within in this universe.
yes.
But yeah, but it was just like, oh, there's Christian Slater, not there's Christian Slater playing somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they find out that Mad Mardigan could still be in the place where they're at.
Yes. Which, of course, special door, which they find.
Oh, and he tries to steal the armor.
Right, but there's no armor to steal.
No, he steals it.
No, he steals
Oh, he
it.
does steal. Oh,
And
he can't
and
activate
He can't
it.
Get it to
activate it, so
work.
he kind of gives it back. more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah. He runs away. They go to that door portal way.
Right.
Right.
It's the
Which
secret door.
Secret
in
door.
which Princess Kit keeps hearing her father's voice.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I think it really is his voice.
I think it
Because
is
his
too.
sword is there.
I think it is too, because I
He
think
left that there
that's where
purposely
he
to let
was.
them know that
Now.
he was there.
Yes.
So he's in some other
Yeah, but do you
unwritten
think that
world.
was really
Yeah.
him calling from another dimension? You know,
Yeah,
or
I
were
think
they
it
being
was.
lured, or could they
Now,
have been
could
being
he
lured
be-
to a trap?
Could it be somebody twisting his arm from another dimension to do
Could
that?
be.
Possibly.
But the fact that his
Doesn't
sword,
matter because we're not going to see him
his
because
sword was there is a big point.
So of course, this gives Princess Kit another opportunity to be a big old bloop.
Right at the end of the episode, like where
And
is
at the end
all
of the
it?
end, she's a full on.
Oh, it's
bloop,
full
bloop.
on. It was like even I was like, wow, this is like really a lot. Like,
Because they finally figure out the only way out is through, and of course it's at the bottom of this volcanic-like structure where stuff is falling down from the ceiling. It's all not to be trusted. Elora Danan already lost her wand, which of course miraculously, while they're trying to get across this lava land, they find it. But she has to have a fight with Princess Bloop 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 Kit.
Yeah, that was really out of like.
it was
Because-
like,
Like
really
the
over
place
the
is
top.
falling down.
Yeah. And Jade is just as responsible for making her get out of that portal as Elora Danan is. And she's like, because
Yeah, but
I
she
need
never
to know.
blamed Jade for anything. So
Yeah, well, you know what? She should blame Jade. If she
The-
wants to throw shade and blame
The little
around.
bit of detail that was getting me angry is that they were talking for so long, right? And then in the background you see like rocks falling and smoke. But when you look at them, there's like nothing falling on them or in front of them. It would have been cool if you saw like little dust falling. Like, come on, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So
Look, the
total
budget
bull-
is
stuff like that,
finite,
or stuff-
okay?
You could have somebody standing
The
above them with a
budget
bucket
is
of dust.
finite.
Yeah, this
Stuff-
is like
stuff landing next to
Lucasfilm
them.
Disney budget.
It's a Disney Plus series. The budget is finite.
That's still it's
You
it's
know,
not-
look
it
at
is.
Armor Wars. They're like,
Yeah.
you want that much money? We're going to turn it into a movie, right? You can't have that much money unless we're doing a movie.
So, Kit, okay, she wants to go save Mad Mardigan. The place is coming down.
Right,
They
and they're
force
trying
her
to get out. And so Lord Dana's like, you gotta come. And everyone's yelling at Kit, you
Yeah.
gotta come. And she's just like, no. She goes, because I need to know the truth. I need to know my father always chose you over me. Which is the ultimate Princess Bloop 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 Kit to happen. And of course, part of the ground breaks. She's flooded underwater. The ground reseals because it's that kind of hellscape that they're in. Willow's got his staff back. He's trying to bust the water. Elora Danan is in shock about what's happening. She feels the back of her foot hit the wand. She's got the wand. Willow's like, you got this. And she's whacking away with the magic, using the spell Willow literally just taught her to bust the girl out. But of course, it leaves us on a cliffhanger with her underneath. And then we cut back to Prince Eric in the, what city is it called? The Forgotten City, the Lost City, the In Memoriam City, whatever that place is. So he finally hears some creepy voices
Well,
calling
no,
to
not
him.
even before that. Remember,
He walks.
He walks.
He walks away. He
ends
leaves.
up right back where
And he
was.
ends up right back
Yeah.
there. And we go from hearing creepy voices to he actually hears a person who also was teleported there as a prisoner or
Yes.
brought there as a prisoner.
Yeah, that's-
I don't know if we could trust
That's
that.
the crone.
But she's like, oh, but can you open my cell? Are you
It
going to
has
let me
to be
out?
That's the
crone,
crone.
right?
That's the crone disguise.
But you notice he's falling for her because the music plays in the background.
because he's a whore.
He's falling for her, but that works for the story. Elora Danan's
I
got
wish you
another
had,
guy
like,
over there.
enunciated just a
little
Yeah,
better
you
on
know what
that.
I mean? That works for the story. That's
Well, yeah,
fine.
Laura Danan's got, the prince who actually is into her.
Yeah.
And that kid needs to get married to somebody.
That's fine.
And you know it's not going to be Kit because let's just face it, that's not happening.
So that's Willow 5
Well,
and
he can't
6.
marry Kit. It's his sister.
No, the other prince.
Oh, right.
The one who's supposed to be
Yeah.
married to her. He can be with
The
Laura
one,
Flash
Danan.
Thompson.
the one that she was willing to kill.
Yeah,
like,
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, the one she's willing to kill every single chance she gets.
So this is an 8-episode series.
9, isn't it?
I don't remember. I think it's
Okay.
So
It's
what
got-
are we at? 5 and
This
6?
is 6. Next
So
one
we
is
got
7.
three. We got three.
So it has been improving.
Yes.
It was a rough start for me,
Yes.
but I am now.
I'll
looking
give you the
forward
first
to
two, but
enjoying
since the first two,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah,
It's
I
been
thought
pretty
3
good.
really turned it around for me. 4 was great. 5 and 6 have been good.
it. What about you, Phil?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I've been having fun watching it.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a lighter fantasy. It's not nothing as dark as Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's
Very-
not that dark. You want to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Well, it fits with the movie.
It's,
the movie wasn't.
it's
as dark.
entertaining. It's entertaining. All right, so that's episode 5 and 6. Let us know in the comments below what you think. If you have not liked and subscribed, please subscribe right now. And we will be back next week with episode 7 from the council. So all you guys out there, thank you for watching. See you next time.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?